I'm not ready, Jasper. I'm not ready.
I thought we were ready like 2 minutes ago.
Nah, today, so unfortunately, I have to apologise. Are we live now?
We're live.
We're 17 minutes late because of my own mess ups. I didn't get the podcast studio ready earlier. Anyway, don't worry about it. Things are going. Things are going good. So, episode 234?
Correct.
Damn, I'm on the money with this. This is good. So, I've got Bo, Jackson, and Josh, right?
Yeah.
I got that right.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, sometimes when I get multiple guests on, it can be really difficult. I got the Blossom crew on, and there was like 5, 6 of them.
Oh.
Yeah, so trying to remember everyone's name at one go was like, you over there.
Make it feel special.
Yeah, but it was good. It was a good episode.
Yeah.
So, you guys are called the GRaveYard crew, right? And you're becoming a Blazing Swan theme camp, right?
Yep.
Who are you guys and what do you do? Tell me like about the GRaveYard crew a little bit and like what is it? What is it?
So basically, last year for Blazing Swan, about a month out, myself, my housemates Bailey and Millie. Shout out to Bailey and Millie. They're in New Zealand at the moment, probably listening in. Hopefully.
Yeah, big shout out.
Decided to get what pallets and spare bits of equipment we had in the backyard and do a renegade theme camp in the free camping last year.
In free camping?
Yeah, so just like the general population area. Not the official camps where it's all fancy, but just with the general
For Blaze?
day to day. Yeah.
I thought, okay, I didn't know about that. I always thought with Blaze is like you had to be part of like a group or they had like, it would make sense. What am I talking about? Of course they would have general admission, right? Yeah, I've never thought about it like that. You just rock up like, well, you go on that line and you go on that line.
Just no punters whatsoever.
Today you are going to be part of God Said No.
Everyone swap around, take turns.
Yeah, that's it. Throw you in the deep end. But yeah, so it was a free camp then.
Yeah, so luckily through the fireys, I got to go in a day early and kind of claim some primo spot up front in general area.
Did you volunteer for the fireys for Blaze?
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Sick. That's cool.
So I did that as a job, and my boss, he is the guy that does the running of the firefighters at Blazing Swan. So he just asked me to help out, and I thought, fuck it, why not?
That's amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. Bailey got on board as well. He jumped in a fire suit. That was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we just decided like we're going to do a camp a month out, and then we got Bo on board. He's our local genius, and then shortly after we got our cocktail king to come along, and we decided
A few more other skills as well.
Of course. And
Very
so
nice.
we just scrapped together like hospital sheets I found on Marketplace, and Millie did an amazing job tie-dyeing things, and then Bo brought his expertise in lights and sound, and we had King's gazebos higher than gazebos have ever been before. We took them to a new height, and like literally until this wind thought, nah, fuck that, they're coming down. And yeah, so we just kind of had a little official theme camp last year, had a blast, had some really good feedback from people that came through. Maybe a couple of occasions where we were a bit naughtier past kind of curfew time. But
any material we can pull up at all for this? Like, is there anything on Instagram?
Yeah,
or
the
Facebook?
Instagram's got a bit of. Otherwise, I can send some stuff through as well. Instagram's got a few photos here and there. And
see, we're running out of time. Otherwise, like I would have said, like before we started, please send stuff
that's
through.
all good. I can do it. I can send it through while the other boys take over. But so we had a great blaze, and we decided, we want more of that. And Bo's always been involved in the doof scene, so we kind of tried dabbling in that in our meantime. But
so that's one thing I kind of wanted to do that little intro of like the camp and everything. But then how did you guys fall into music? Because like every episode I always start the same. It's like, how did you get into the music industry? But like if you're Bo, you've been part of doofing for how long? Like
doofing kind of only recently, but I got into music maybe like 15 years ago. Actually listening to Ministry of Sound, right? And I popped open one of their like compilation CDs right at the end, and it's like they take the whole album and they blend it all together.
Yeah, they were the best. Except you can't DJ those because then it starts blending into another song, right?
Yeah, exactly. But that just blew my mind. I was like, what do you mean? You can just play all the best bits of the songs? Like, that's a thing? And then so I was just, I have to do this.
Straight away.
Yeah, it was like
one Ministry Sound CD. I'm doing this now.
Yeah, actually. And then that was, like 15, 20 years ago almost, and then just picked off passion for DJing and that.
So what equipment do you use then? Like what did you use right in the beginning?
Back then I think I fired up a S4. I think I got one right behind me. yeah, and just picked up that. Did a few rounds in like clubs and like.
Because like 10, 15 years ago, that would have been like Capital, Amplifier. That would
Yeah,
have been like,
Amber.
Yeah, Amber
crew.
Parker as well.
Parker, yeah.
Yeah, before it was Slims, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But I don't know, but it wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
Wasn't it's all about promotions and like all kind of that stuff.
It's a different world, isn't it, when you compare the Duff scene to like the commercial scene, the nightclubs, the pubs, the bars and stuff.
Big time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just really loved the music. That was all I wanted to do. Be happy just playing to 3 or 4 people that really loved what you were playing, rather than just going to a nightclub and just playing whatever you had to in the nightclub.
Flow Rider. Trust me, I've got PTSD from this stuff.
Yeah, it's buried on a hard drive somewhere deep. But but then I found out about Doofing like after that, and I was like, this is incredible. I've been camping all my life as well, and so it was just like the two worlds kind of coming together, camping and partying as well.
What was your first Doof, and what was it like?
It's probably a Twisted Jar crew.
Yeah, Twisted Jar are awesome. Can we Google them?
Absolute,
or you Facebook them?
Absolute champions,
Yeah.
Ray and Craig. And just like the community, like particularly they'd built, and a lot of the communities that people have and build, it was just something kind of special and something different.
It's not that one. I think that's like a fan.
You found my fan page.
Haven't they gone? It's a private group.
They they actually kind of shut down as of recently, although maybe a party in the works, maybe. But they kind of.
I think they announced they're coming back.
End of an era, but yeah, look, they're absolute champions, and that really made me want to be in that scene more, and hearing those big sound systems and that for the first time.
The Void system is insane, right?
Yeah, I think that was the Function 1 system I heard, and I'd always heard about that sound system. I was really excited. So just to see that for the first time was phenomenal, and and you're with all your mates and all of that. So it's something special,
What type of music do you play as well? Just out of curiosity.
Drum and bass for me. Drum and bass head now, but from back in the days, I've been through the works.
The progressive, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Been through a lot.
Prog psytrance. I've never heard anything like that until I moved to Perth, and goddamn, it is fast and heavy. Like.
Yeah, well, we got a psytrance.
Oh, okay. So you're master of cocktails and
connoisseur of psytrance.
Nice. So then, Josh, how did you fall into things then?
Dude, to be honest with you, like just partying really. So I love to dance. I essentially love to dance. So I think my mate Daryl, shout out to Daryl, he was like, hey, bro, we played this game called like Age of Empires, right? In this guy's garage. And then one day he was like, I'm gonna go out camping and partying, and I switched onto it. I was like, what is that, right? And then he randomly he was like, I reached out to him and I was like, yeah, I'm keen because I like to be around nature, and I like to dance. Didn't know psytrance at the time, but as soon as I rocked up, and I think my first time was at it wasn't at Twisted Jar. I think my first time was at who's the mob that does the Halloween ones?
Mad Hatters.
Mad Hatters. Yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
It was so fun. As soon as I rocked up, I didn't even set up camp. I was just partying. Like I started dancing. I was like, I better set up.
As soon as you got there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, I better set up my swag. But yeah, I think started going to these bush doofs and listening to psytrance. My mind just blew up to it. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. This is so much better than Chris Brown.
That's it, right?
Yeah, I was like,
it's
wow,
a lot more heavy.
Why have I been avoiding this? And then through that, the big thing about it was community, and it's where I could meet these legends as well, and didn't realize that. I don't know how we sort of met as well, to be honest.
It was about us. How did you
connect?
Like,
it's one of those things you just like end up in the same room at some point and then just keep talking. Would you have come over to one of our house parties? We used to have house parties every Friday night, even to the point that people would just start rocking up to your house and we're like, I guess the party's going now. Did not invite anyone and start rocking up in the club house. And I think I probably met you guys through.
Yeah, I think it was through Clubhouse because I got I was doofing, and then I went to your house, and then you guys were like, "Oh yeah, we got doofs as well." I was like, "Oh," it was like the same.
Sick.
I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I
Right.
just found this as well," and then going to doof with you guys, and you guys were on a next level as well because of the camping aspect, and obviously fending for yourselves really helped me accelerate as a person as well, because I'd go there and I wouldn't know what's going on, you know, and then you meet these legends. And you sort of be like, oh, actually, yeah, having a fridge would be pretty cool. While you're partying, you know? Or having a really safe place to sleep is really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I saw your last tent.
Look, that I can't bring that up. Bro.
We did. What happened?
It was a fragile time for them. I'm sorry.
He knew coming through this podcast. He's like, yes, I'm going to bring up Josh's worst moment.
It was not that bad.
That was the worst. I was
not.
running on no sleep, and trying to set up a hex house was quite difficult in that weather. But we won't go there.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Tents are difficult sometimes.
It was inside out.
Ah.
That's all.
Yeah.
I've got more photos if you want me to share them with you, by
Yeah,
the way.
put them up. Yeah, put them up.
So I'm looking
Put them up.
at
Where are these photos?
They're on my
Where are
phone.
these photos? There we go.
Do you want me to airdrop them, or how can we get them to you?
Send them to...
Or a number, which we won't put over...
Jasper's number, not mine.
Jackson house number 045. Everybody
no.
call him right now.
He
So-
loves to receive calls at 1 a.m.
So then, with the Blaze crew, then, so like, you guys all went to like, you know, Twisted Jar parties and stuff, and then you all met. But then, like, had you been to Blaze before?
I've been to Blaze.
Yeah, because that's how you got into it, right?
Yeah, this will be my 5th Blaze.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Bo was last year was your first, and you've been twice.
Mine's my second, yeah.
Yeah.
And so then it's just because like you set it up as a free camp, but it was just like an idea, like why don't we just make our own camp? Like where did it originate from?
It was just like an idea of we've just seen all these other camps do it. I'm like, we can fucking do that. And Bailey and Millie were moving back to New Zealand because that's where Bailey's from.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like a last little hoorah. And we'd been talking about doing bush doofs for so long, and Bo's thrown a couple of small things, and just really got the itch for it, and was like, let's give us a crack. We had enough equipment, enough gazebos, enough enthusiasm, and zero money or idea, but we made it work, and got out there and bust our ass the entire time, and happened, and you know, really proud of the effort.
What is the GRaveYard crew then? Because you know how like every Blazing Swan crew has like, you know, they've got their name, but they're like the ethos almost, or they're like the idea behind it, I guess. Like, because like say the Intelligent Deviants, those guys are literally like they're deviants. They're basically pranksters, like they're anonymous pranksters,
And they're bloody smart.
Yeah, they're very smart how they do it. Like, I don't know if you
every
saw out the front of the house, but like at one stage, after I did the podcast with those guys, every pillar had "I love Uranus" on the front of it. So he had actually, one of the guys had actually made up a little picture frame and like cut up all this stuff. So every photo was different. It said "I love Uranus" on it, and plastered them after the podcast. Didn't even know.
Genius.
Yeah, that's it. And the day after, I was like, oh God, okay, this is what these guys do. Basically, it's just pranksters.
We also love that. But, it's not what we're into.
Yeah.
You know, Millie once said, like, that's how the idea came along. It's like, oh, imagine if the GRaveYard, the G fell off and it was the RaveYard, and we just loved it. And you know, I've seen that around as a meme a few times, and we kind of really took to that, and we're like, let's go for that, because you know we like to party and stay up until late. But as it's kind of gone on, and last year we built this shrine where people can come along and contribute. Anyone can come in and take a photo, right?
Do we have any photos of that? A shrine.
That's what I'm trying to get to across at the moment. But I'm kind of half between like talking and sending.
That's all good.
And so as we got more people into that, we kind of realized we were more than just a dance floor. We were kind of interactive piece where people could come along, and the biggest compliments we got were based on people coming in and enjoying that space and being able to contribute their own little bit and put their photos in and write their notes and feel a part of more than just people coming through a camp. You can go through like a stage camp and have a dance and it's cool, but then you leave again and you didn't really do anything. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure everyone that comes in feels special, know they're special, they're welcome in there, and can be part of more than just a dance floor. They can be.
See, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Because like that's where I haven't been to Blaze yet, but I've interviewed so many people that have been to Blaze. But it just seems like it is just like the peace, loving, caring, like uniting, like, you know, it's respect, this and that, the plur, the whole lot. But then it's like It seems like every camp tries to be different because, like you said, you have the festival camps, right? Well, like the stage camps, in a way, and they are just like a big dance floor and everything. But then, like my brother told me, it's like he went one of the year, I think it was last year or the year before. Apparently, it's just they have like this movable bloody barbecue burrito truck thing.
Yeah.
And every morning, and they give you just free burritos in the morning.
Yeah.
But it's like people just do things like that because they can. Yeah. It's free food, but it's like.
Dude, it's like going
share
around the 11 principles as well.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not just like partying, it's a lifestyle as well.
Yeah.
And how, like, it kind of like you want society to follow these principles as well, because you go in there and it's childlike in a sense as well.
Can we pull up the 11 principles?
Yeah.
Because we've talked about them multiple times in the podcast, but it's always good going over them because 100%. What Blazing Swan does is, like you said, it's good. Yeah. It's really good for the community. And definitely. Like to eliminate monetary, like, you know,
the biggest one for me is Moop. Like I carry that from the default world and back and forth.
Like
Moop is matter outside of place, right?
Matter outside.
Matter outside of place. So basically, essentially, is we get given this beautiful land, right, where we can be as creative as we want to be and let free as we want to be, right?
Yep.
But we ideally want to keep the land how it was before we touched it, essentially. So that's essentially making sure ideas around littering doesn't take place, but even more extensive of that. So like even your grey waste where you know you're brushing your teeth, you're putting that in a bottle and you're taking that with you, like just looking after the land because we're grateful for it, essentially. And that's really big for me.
Yeah, and that's a good thing because there is so much waste.
Yeah, dude.
So much waste.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Look at the American government. I had to say it.
Bring back
all that wastage, right? That's it. No, but you're right though, and it is a really good way to go about things. 100%.
Yeah.
Rehabilitation, actually looking after the environment. Like the biggest thing about bush doofs, one of the biggest things I love about them is the idea that's like, leave it how you found it.
Yeah.
But sometimes leave it better than how you found it. Because when you actually go out there and you set up and you do this and you throw a wicked party, but then there's no remnants, there's no trace. It's the right way to do it.
I think it's just general consideration as well. Like even without me going to Blazing Swan and learning this principle, like it was already in me. And being able to go to this event and see it as an actual principle, like just made me go, yes, this is a place where I feel accepted as well. That was my first like actual time where like this place is more than just like expression. This place is like a home.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's good. Like, it's really good because in a way it's like, you know, some people do go there and then they just. I reckon if I went there, I'd have fun, I'd enjoy it, but I don't know what to expect. I've never been. Like, it's the thing about it.
That's a beauty.
Zero. Just go in.
Yeah, you just go in and just come out.
Come this year. We have a spot.
Yeah, come to RaveYard.
It's a possibility.
We actually have a couple of DJ slots we might need you to.
Oh, don't tempt me.
I'm tempting you.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I think everyone feels that though as well. Like particularly I felt that as well. Even being partially in the community, it's just like the unknown and like unexpected, and I don't think you can really explain it until you've
actually
been there and like felt it in the community and all the crazy wacky things, like the collection of people that are there. Yeah. It's just like a community passion project, and the passion of the individuals, and like every single person has got all these different ideas, and just to be able to bring those out to reality and share with everyone else, it's like it's crazy that we have that platform, because it's getting harder to come by nowadays with the industry for sure.
And that's where it's like we're so lucky with Perth, Western Australia, to have a thing like that. We're so lucky to have like a Blazing Swan thing like that, because we don't have many options for nightclubs, pubs, bars, this and that. But with the doof community and how it's exploded over the last like 5-10 years, people are finding places that they belong. They're finding places where everyone is in the same mindset almost, like, you know, where you can actually just go and hang out and it's a good, comfortable setting instead of going to a nightclub and getting spiked or something bad happening or this or that or whatever the other goal is. So
yeah, no one needs a night out in Northeast.
no, that's it. Yeah,
You know.
like it's the whole entire dynamic is changing because like pubs are closing and bars are closing and this and that.
It's too expensive.
Yeah, it's too expensive. That's the problem.
It's
But
it's around the money as well, and that's another one of the rules. What's the other rule?
Decommodification.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
that's it, and that's one thing I just find so baffling. It's like I can just trade you this drink bottle for a bottle of vodka. Or like, you know,
or not even that.
system.
Someone will come up and just give you the drink bottle.
That's
It's like,
what I mean,
here,
yeah.
you want a drink? Here, just have the drink bottle. You
Yeah.
don't have to give me anything. It's just giving. For the
sounds-
sake
Yeah,
of
that's actually a
giving.
huge part of Blaze and Burn is being able to accept a gift, not seeing it as a transaction. A lot of people would go, "Oh, you've given me something. I have to give you something back,"
Yeah,
and that can
it's
take
an
away the
actual
joy
gift.
of actually gift giving.
Yeah.
Something I've had to get used to is like it's not a transaction. It's a gift. Accept the gift, be appreciative of the gift,
That's it.
and
yeah.
then you find your own way to give back later on. It's not like a thank you for this, thank you for that type.
It's cool. It's well.
I just spammed you with a bunch of stuff while I was rushing through, but this is kind of like
that's it.
this is us building our picket fence.
That's cool.
We did a little perimeter around the front, so you kind of knew what it was. Unfortunately, the first couple of nights, people didn't really know if they could come in or not, so we didn't even get going properly until like midway through the weekend, where we thought we'd have our nights off, but we were like, nah, fuck it, we're gonna stay here. And
So then, did you have things on every night as well, or
the plan was like was it Thursday and Friday we were gonna do drinks, and then we got popularity on the Saturday and Sunday, so we're like, bugger it.
It's like it was sort of like a prees before you go into Blaze, you know, like just welcoming people as well, like especially first timers. You know, they come to this experience where it's like huge, right? And then you're like, especially people by themselves, come in, like say hello to us, make a friend, and then you get a friend to go into Blaze. Freaking awesome, you know? Yeah.
But then with the general admission, so then, because say like how with Blossom, it's like you've just got the main stage, just like a little bit over, and the general admission is just like the camping ground. Is there like an entrance or anything, or like do you? Because there's no wristbands or anything. Or, like,
There is.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
it's
are?
to make sure you're not someone that jumps across the fence to come in.
Yeah, that's what I was
there are
thinking,
general
yeah.
admission bands, and there are different bands for camps. So there's a section for theme camps, which is all perimetered off, and inside that is like where you have the God Said No's and your us and the TBCs and all the other camps. And then outside that perimeter in the Cool and Racetrack is your general admission, which is just like your little shanty towns of swags and rooftop tents and gazebos and like people that aren't associated with camp. They're still there to have a good time and go in.
Can we Google it? Like, can we actually pull up like the map of it? Like,
There's got some good aerial shots actually.
aerial
Try and
shots.
pull up some aerial shots.
Yeah, of Blaze.
And you should say as well, so in general camping, they have a limit on the sound system size that you're supposed to, bring in there. It's not more of like a boombox kind of thing. But we brought a sizable sound system into
What
there.
did you bring in? Like,
we brought a sub and some tops and
nice, yeah.
But
what,
we
10s,
had
12s, 15s?
no, we had some 8s, but
Okay. That's all right,
and
then.
12-inch. But we decided to keep it on the smaller side.
Yeah.
But it was still pushing the boundaries. I
no,
think
that's
you'd
fair.
say. So, but that's the thing as well, is like, as long as you're respectful and all of that, they kind of give you a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
But should we throw him on the bus? I think we should throw him on the bus.
Absolutely, we
So, talking about Bailey. So yeah, we had got shut down one night. We said come up and tell us if we're being too rowdy. We'll turn it off. And at one point they told us, yep, time to turn it off. So fair enough, we turned it off.
Yeah.
And then I think one of our crew, a lot of us, I was asleep actually at the time. It was about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, general camping. One of the crew came back, fired up the generator, and started blasting the music again.
Do a D&B for your 4 a.m.
4 a.m. session. Yeah, so they cracked down on that pretty quickly, and that might come back to sting us this year. We've
Yeah.
We were told we were on
But
Limited Watch, but
That's how it always is, though, usually, right?
Yeah.
It's like it just takes one person to ruin it for everyone sometimes.
yeah.
we smoothed it, mate. We smoothed it.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's what?
Bailey.
Oh, Blazing Swan, the aerial shot.
Blazing Swan community page probably.
Yeah, just go
Facebook?
and, yeah. Try go on Facebook community page.
Oh, that's gonna be so far behind though. Yeah. Anyway, like it's 3,000 odd people go there.
It's actually going to be max numbers this year, almost pushing 4, and we got the most amount of camps that Blazers ever had.
Really?
Yeah. So getting bigger and bigger every year.
Wow.
So that's what's so beautiful about it. It's just so many people coming together. Almost 4,000 people for a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
How was the drive out there? And like, do you guys have much stuff to take out there? Because if you're going to be a camp, you probably got like I've noticed that like with I think it was the House Fort, they've got a sea container. Pretty
Funny
sure
you mentioned that.
Yeah. I see. I think I think I know what's going on.
We do. Like we're, I guess, circling back on the GRaveYard. It is the first year we're doing it, and we are being pretty ambitious, like in what we're doing, because I think in the team as well, I think like the goals that you have should scare you a little bit, right? It should be like a little bit on the fringes, daunting. And it should make you a little bit nervous. Otherwise, you're not really growing, right? If you just sit in that comfort zone all the time. So I think we're being pretty ambitious in what we're doing, but we've like
you gotta though. That's the thing. Yeah. It's like if you don't take an opportunity, take a chance. How do you know?
Exactly.
Like you gotta give it a go. I say to a lot of the guests that come on the podcast, like the brand new DJs or bands, like throw yourself in the deep end. Because if you throw yourself in the deep end, the next time you do it, it won't be nearly as bad. Because it was the worst when you first, like the first time was the worst, but it wasn't. It's being dynamic and being able to go, oh, this has happened. I'm lucky I thought about how to fix this before it actually got too, worse or this or that or the whole lot. So,
well, and say like that's like you do fundraisers obviously to kind of bring in some funds prior to that. And one of our first big fundraisers that we did kind of earlier in the year, we had to cancel that on the day before, right?
Really?
So we had all the gear out there, we were ready to go, and unfortunately we had to kind of cancel that and move on. So, and that was the first time we'd really thrown ourselves into it. But, the team all like rallied together after that. And, every time we go and do something new, it's like, well, what's worse that could happen? Like, we've already had this like big challenge and we've overcome that and we're all positive about it.
That's good.
So, it stung though.
Yeah. It did sting a little bit. Yeah, it was put us in the hole a little bit. But it was not a successful fundraiser, I would say.
Yeah, anti-fundraiser.
Anti-fundraiser. Oh, okay. Now I'm following. How was the fundraiser? It kind of went well then? Like
didn't happen. That one didn't happen.
So it didn't happen.
We did another doof later on with another crew, which went well enough. It was over the Australia Day weekend, so the numbers weren't as high as anticipated. The stages went well. Like their stage was fantastic as the main stage, and us as a support was great. Did its role. Just a few more numbers would have helped, but we less anti-fundraiser after that one.
Yeah, so that's right.
We are moving upwards. We've got another one coming up called Sip and Paint. Where
okay.
The crew,
I think I saw something about that actually.
Yeah, it was on, there it is, Paint and Sip fundraiser.
That's cool, that's a good idea.
So that's going to be, we having these, without giving away too much, we're going to have tombstones in the GRaveYard, obviously. And it's kind of like a chance to paint your own death or own eulogy or own sort of like thing in the camp. I don't think we're using the tombstones anymore for this. We're on canvas from memory. It's but it's going to be part of our camp either way. It's going to be all incorporated into the camp. It's a great chance for people to come along and be part of the camp, part of the arts, and all the events stuff's right there. So it's going to be pretty cool.
What it actually is like the image or like not the ethos, but like the vision for the GRaveYard crew. Because then for you telling me that painting on gravestones, but like obviously easel gravestones or whatever. Like,
well, there will be actual ones out there. We're doing a craft workshop day at Blazing Swan to paint them.
Okay.
These ones are going to be an art collage from memory.
On easels though, like and actual.
Yes.
Yeah. But then, so is it spooky themed kind of like? Well,
that's what we've been kind of like challenging with the whole time, right? Because the GRaveYard brings quite a dark like connotation.
But as you said, it's like
well.
You go back to the graveyard in a way, or it's like you go back to the
Everyone
graveyard.
Everyone ends up at the graveyard at some point in life. No, but like I think with the dark aspect is one aspect of it, but we're also trying to bring the light aspect and the real contrasts between that, and that's one of the main themes of the camp is that contrast between the darkness and the lightness. Like Jacko said before, the shrine that we had last year, that was a real lightness in the camp and a real positive a positive thing as well. So yeah, it's not all like dark and spooky. Like that's definitely like obviously with the name, some part of it. But you know, yeah, we're also there having fun. We're partying. So like there is a big contrast.
So that looks kind of epic though.
That's a great shot.
That's a great shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's out at Coolin right there. Then.
Yeah, that's in the general section.
Oh,
It's
the
kinda
world's tallest King's gazebos.
that's it.
Yeah.
They actually are really big.
Yeah, we jacked them up on star pickets and we needed the headroom, you know.
Yeah.
So
Got the parapets on. Bo's
Yeah.
favourite thing
Oh,
in the world.
Oh yeah,
The
those
what?
are sick.
Parapets. That's the bit of cloth that goes around the outside to hide the king's signage.
This is me on the sewing machine at like midnight the night before coming out. We're like, we need the parapets, boys. We need them. I'm like, oh,
You made them
come
for
on.
real.
Yeah.
High quality parapets.
Oh,
High quality parapets.
that you don't have to be sarcastic, mate.
Wait, what other photos do we have?
We got it's a few in there. It's just kind of like I just kind of spammed a few things. It's
That's
kinda-
cool. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
And so the LED for the sign at the top, like, did you guys buy that custom or?
No, it's L-wire from the good
L-wire.
old-fashioned Temu.
L-
I think that's-
L-wire. It's just like a battery-powered
Oh,
light-up wire.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that is another like thing that we want to do as well. Like everything that we've done, we're trying to like custom build it. Although that's harder, but it makes it more unique. Like every little piece and bit that we're like trying to do.
Well, it makes it more fun as well. Like, it's just more part of like the team and creating things for the camp. Like,
Yeah, more stressful as well.
But like, look at the little pink R.I.P sign there on the left. That's awesome.
Rave In
The-
Pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. What? So let's have a look. So that's the little DJ booth in there then. The little 8 inches.
That's Bailey, Millie, and myself, the original 3 that kind of got the pallets and started slapping things together before Bo came on board.
Yeah, very
That's
cool.
nice 3. And the safety boots, nice.
That's
This was
awesome.
the first photo I took of you guys just after you finished making the sign.
That's
You were so keen to
that's
show
sick.
me, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, that is pretty
So
cool."
cool.
That
The
is
G
a
actually
cool sign.
flashes as well. Give it
That-
a little bit lean into that pun.
So the RaveYard stays solid. Jeez, yeah.
That's epic though. So it's just called L wire.
Yeah, EL wire.
Yeah, and you just bend it and you can. So is that green and purple wire then?
It's green, purple, and white for the RaveYard, and it's purple, orange, and white for the G.
Okay.
So, because the theme for Blazing Swan that year was Neon Caravan as well.
Yeah, that's it,
So
yeah,
the neon, we're trying to lean into that a little bit as well. Which
That's
I
what I
think the
love
boys
as
did
well.
really
That
well.
every year they have those themes, and
Yeah.
it's like because didn't they have like Apocalypse one? No, that was another. That wasn't Blazing Swan. That was another.
That
event.
was
That was another one.
yeah. It wasn't soon because soon.
that's Pox.
Pox. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's
What's
out
the
in
other
Southern Cross.
photos?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though. So yeah, it's like a full
So,
entrance.
off the back there as well. Like that was a shrine, so we had another full tent set up in there.
Shrine's
with
in there.
the-
It's-
is it? We can
yeah,
get there
yeah.
eventually. Yeah. So we hung the. So I'm a structural engineer as well, so I wanted to hang stuff up and make stuff float in the air as much as we could. Just
Yeah,
for,
that's epic.
Just for the sake of
Using
it.
your degree. Like,
Yeah. I'm not using it elsewhere, so I might as well have a bit of fun.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we've got a heap of comments as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, the boys
Flinty
by
boy.
Clayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clint.
Clint. Oh, we made.
Clay.
Shout out to Clay.
I love Clay.
Yeah, it's a lot of our crew there.
Yeah,
Clint,
very
I think Clint I actually met at Swan as well.
Yeah,
I met a lot of them. I met a lot of these people.
Clint got married at Blazing Swan, then him and his Blaze wife came along and they did a reception set where he played an hour and a half D&B for his new wife in our GRaveYard. He was our neighbour. We met him like 2 days before, so...
That's epic.
I was sick. He was like, can I play a wedding set? I was like, absolutely, mate. Get on
Yeah,
there.
yeah, go on, go jump on.
Start ripping.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Las Vegas thing. It's like gone and got married at Blaze.
Yeah,
and then the groom is the DJ.
That was epic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. That's awesome. That's
There's the start of our shrine. That's
Oh,
David.
okay.
That's our secretary. He was the wizard that... he's not just been a wizard there, but he was camping next to us. Came in solo, first year at Blaze. Every day I see him committing to the sickest outfits. And I was like, this guy is a mad dog. Every day, came out by himself, full committing to the themes. And he's been one of the best pickups for the GRaveYard. He couldn't make it, unfortunately, tonight, but he's been hard working. Yeah, we chatted to him before. He's,
the fourth member, yeah.
He's the best secretary in Blazing Spawn. I challenge anyone to try and beat him. He's on the ball. Such a good bloke as well. So
poor guy's set up his tent like right behind our sub, expecting to have a nice sleep. It's
not going to happen.
Sorry, so he decided to join the camp instead.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
You're welcome, David.
So that's the shrine.
That's the shrine. That's pretty early days. As it kind of the week went on, it got more and more filled. So people would come along, be encouraged to put an LED candle in one of the candle holders and turn it on. And they take a photo with a Polaroid camera, and then Millie had soaked some paper in tea, give that parchment kind of look, and they'd write notes and attach it all up, and yeah.
That's epic.
And just so everyone knows, the dog at top, that's my dog. She's not dead. Everyone asks that. She's not. She's very much alive and happy. She's very well. We just love her so much at Laurel Street that she got her own shrine.
Yeah, that's so good. So what is the shrine called then? What's the name for it?
You wouldn't believe it. It's called The Shrine.
The Shrine, yeah.
Hits so hard.
Yeah, that's it. But then, so it's a shrine for people just to come in and like leave cards and like, is there spiritualness behind it? I mean, like leave your sins behind.
Be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah, that's it.
You can write. We had silly things. We had sentimental things where people were appreciative of the effort we went to. We had all sorts. You know, we said if you want to leave it here at the end of the week, leave it here and we'll take it and use it for something else. If you don't, come back and take your photo and take your parchment, and thanks for being part of the camp. It's up to you.
That's
and
epic.
Going with the same kind of mentality this year, but on a much grandioso scale.
Yeah, that's really cool.
There's just like a central point, right, that people could participate in the camp rather. And again, we've carried that ethos across to this year of like, we're not just there to play music. We want you to come in and leave a mark and like actually do something and like kind of enjoy that. So, and that's exactly kind of where it started. And we got so many people come in and take Polaroids, and at the end we're like looking through all the Polaroids of like all these people that we met and who come in and just had a time. Like it was really cool to see afterwards. It was shockers with stuff. Would you
ever upload the Polaroids to like Instagram or Facebook at all, or you just kind of leave them as just?
I think this year we intend to use them as the new shrine.
Yeah, so that would be cool.
So yeah, it's going to always be like a subsequent of the following year will be last year. So
that would be so cool because then anyone that came last year will be like, oh, there's my Polaroid. Oh, it's part of the shrine. It's got taking the dog spot.
That's kind of what the she'll always be.
They have a chicken.
People just start like misplacing it. Don't let the anonymous pranksters narrow it. That's epic though. That's really cool. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and this just all came about through. And that's what I was saying before we come in. It was like it all starts in the garages. Like this was just each of our garages. Like we're just mucking around playing music. We all had DJ setups and lights and all bits and pieces. So, you know, that's kind of where the grassroots almost is. Everyone just messing around with different ideas in their garages and at their houses, and to be able to bring that out and kind of show that around to other people. It's
good.
Yeah, it's special.
It's really
special.
Yeah. That's sick. You got two moving heads like that. Oh, that's epic. That's a good little dance floor.
We had Josh's little cocktail bar just behind that as well, serving up some of the tastiest drinks in the playa.
Yes, what was on the cocktail list?
Oh, I had this margarita.
Just margarita.
Spicy margarita.
That's
quite tasty, actually.
You rock out like, can I see the list?
Yeah.
Margarita.
No, you're getting margarita. No, I did a nice spicy margarita, and then I like to do something called a doof mix.
Doof mix.
Yeah, so it's like a bit of energy drink and some rum, and
okay.
As well, a bit of lime.
Yeah. It sounds like kind of like jungle juice or something almost.
Nearly.
Jungle energy drink's gonna keep you awake, but you know the rum will get you.
GRaveYard.
Yeah. That is very cool.
And all those sheets, those white sheets you see, that I found those in Marketplace for like $2 a pop. Brought them home. Millie, the wizard, she's never done tie-dye before. She goes on YouTube for like half an hour. Next thing you know, she's getting king-size hospital sheets and slapping up all these insane tie-dye things, which if you look at them, like they're all tie-dye stuff. Like besides that one on the left, that was painted by Bailey. The rest of them are all done by tie-dye, and like absolutely
That's
fucking
so
nailed
cool.
it
Yeah,
every
look at
time.
that.
Literally made a skull out of tie-dye. That's insane.
So cool.
And then all the painting that Bailey did was epic as well. It was just a huge team effort to be able to like pull this out of the bag. And some real creatives in the group that did some big work. I just did the heavy lifting, but
Nice.
Can't help it.
someone's
I
got to do it.
did everything.
That's epic though. Even that mural just on the left, that's so cool.
I did like heavy lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And that's like part of it as well. Is like, and that's part of why I love doing it. Is just learning all these new skills and just mucking around and making mistakes and just having fun and building stuff with people. Like there's just something about that you might not need that tomorrow or next week or next year, but at some point it usually comes back around and you're like, oh, I've done this thing before. Yeah, cool. And you've got a little bit of an advance into
That's it.
into
I
next time.
100% agree with that. It's all life skills. And
Yeah.
being out in like areas like that, and it's like barren and it's just like in the middle of nowhere. It's like if something breaks, you got to figure out a way, an alternative, right? It's
Yeah.
like, the
Things broke.
what is this? The hierarchy of elimination?
Yeah, OHS style.
Yeah, that's it. OHS, yeah, fiery stuff.
Yeah, Bailey, you listen.
But elimination and substitution.
Yeah. Well, actually, on the last night, so we had an event kind of planned on the last night, and our generator just failed on the last night, so we didn't get to do that event. But we promised them that we were going to do it, and we're people of our words, so we're going to bring them back this year for the actual big camp and bring that event into this camp. So
Sweet.
It's going to be an evening.
they're going to,
A whole day, actually, I believe. Was that what Stacey said?
Yeah, whole day.
Like 12 to 12 sort of thing. It's
whole
gonna
day. I feel like you can release the name of it, potentially.
Yeah, but it depends on who would like to release the name of it. I feel like
Yeah, true.
it's
Alright.
such an
Well,
honor.
we'll hold on to that then.
Such an
be-
honor.
We'll hold that one to that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Hold on.
Don't
But
do I had a podcast like 3 or 4 episodes ago. We had this guy, I think I can't remember, Jeremy, I think it was. And he actually just told us black and white, like, oh yeah, we've got this artist coming over from Mexico. This is his name. I wasn't supposed to say that. It was so funny. It was literally one of those moments where he just like stopped, thought like, shit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we can
Sorry,
edit that out in
guys.
post, right?
Yeah.
This isn't live, is
No,
it?
it was good. It was good. But yeah, so you got this coming up. So you got the Paint and Sip Camp fundraiser, which looks pretty good. So that's ticketed and that's all donations to your
Yeah.
camp then, right?
Yeah. We've got a silent auction going on as well. We've got a few good gifts going on. We're still collecting the last bits and pieces for that. But David and our head of decor are kind of spearheading this one because the last ones that we try to do, which involve sound, cost us money. So we've thought we'll leave fundraisers to people that aren't going to
Yeah.
take money out of our wallet. So
That's fair.
we've actually just accumulated some of the best people. We started with 4, 5, maybe 6 of us. And now we got 20, 25 people that
I was going
joined
to
the
ask
camp.
that. So yeah, really, 20,
Yeah,
25.
so-
That's good. That's a good start though.
Yeah, it's a great start. And
Yeah.
people are just jumping into the role so naturally, and some great ideas, things that we hadn't thought of which sound so simple now, but it's amazing. And the cohesion of everyone's great. It's very professional. Like
Crazy how like all 25 were like brilliant people.
Yeah,
They're,
humbling.
They're the best. Yeah, they're
Big
great.
shout out to those guys.
Yeah, shout out to
everyone-
all 25
everyone-
people.
Same old run, yeah.
But then like, do you guys have like a group chat or do you have like meetings or anything like that leading up to plays or how does it?
So we've got a big WhatsApp chat which has got different community pages and sub-committees for the shrine, decor,
Yeah.
OHS, XYZ, which everyone's kind of in, and then we have a meeting. It's every fortnight-ish at the moment, probably going to be every week leading to the month of Blaze. It's going to be, and then every Sunday hopefully every Sunday we're looking at doing an arts and crafts day where everyone comes in and does their projects. Because if we don't hustle now, 2 months out,
Yeah, that's it.
we're going to be in some serious strife. And people have got jobs and lives.
Yeah.
So this is a passion project. You can't expect people to be coming in Monday to Friday to do their shit. They've got
That's it. And that's where it's like, it's amazing because people literally will just like look as soon as it hits January 1st or as soon as the Blaze is over, they just can't wait for the next one. And they start working towards making it happen, doing this, doing that. It's like the Blossom Crew. With the Blossom Crew, with their festival, as soon as that festival's over, they're working towards the year after.
yeah.
It's how it happens. They just keep working and working. But that's where they dedicate their whole time to that almost. To be able to juggle like a full-time job and then also be able to have a passion project on the side, plus have family or this or that, it becomes difficult.
But when you come to Blaze this year, you'll see that's the best thing in the calendar.
Yeah.
So you understand.
Yeah. I really go try
I second that. The paint and sit would be...
Well, paint and
Paint and sit.
paint and sit.
Don't forget about the paint and sit. That'd be first.
Come to that first.
Come to that first.
So with the paint and sit, what type of wine is it?
That's a great question.
Oh, what wine do you recommend?
Little Pinot Gris.
But where is it? So it's Pinot and Picasso. So that's just down the road, isn't it?
Yeah, Katie. There you go.
Yeah, it's on Beaufort Street, isn't it?
Katie, one of our new pickups, she works at this place.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's organised it for us, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's epic though. That's really cool. Because it should be good fun.
So close that you have no reason not to be there, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a couple of sessions there, so you know.
Next
It's not on a
podcast
Thursday,
location,
is it?
actually.
March 16th. What date is that? Let's pull that up. But I've actually always, like, this is going to sound so stupid, but like I've always wanted to see what it would be like to get shit-faced and paint something.
Well,
Now's your chance.
Yeah.
Don't let your dreams
like-
be dreams, my friend.
That's it, right? I can imagine I'd probably walk down there and then I'd struggle to walk back home.
That's the point.
Because how much are tickets again? And so, yeah, Sunday. Oh, 10 hours. It's only... So it's 10...
2-hour session. There's 2-2-hour sessions. A 10:30
Yeah.
to 12:30 and a 6 to 8.
Okay, that makes sense
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, I was about to say, it's like, you guys are going to be there from 10:30 to 8 p.m?
Well,
Like,
I'll be doing the
good
10:30
luck.
to 12:30 session, then drinking with everyone until the 6th session.
Yeah, sweet.
And then
Yeah.
hopefully someone's still sober from 6 to 8.
The real creativity comes out in the
Yeah,
second session.
you want to see drunken painting. Huh?
Yeah.
Tickets, I'm not. They're on the ticket. They get ticket section. I'm not sure.
How
Memory.
has it been, though, for you guys trying to put all of this together? Because, like, you know, it doesn't just come naturally. It's a lot of just trying to research, figure things out. How are other people doing it? How do you make an event? How do you do Facebook marketing? You know, like, even I would have no idea how to even organize. Is it through Tixel or something? Like
Humanitix is who we use.
Yeah, and so you just go on the website, you just type in, like, this is what I want to do, and then it pops up.
David, our amazing secretary, he's the
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
And
He's the guy.
he just got bullied into socials as well because I was not doing well with socials.
Yeah.
So he's just taking that up. So he's, again, the man that's kind of all over that
No,
aspect.
that's good then, because
Where-
it's good that you guys have actually, like, segregated different roles, like different areas that you can actually help.
Have to.
Cocktail King, right? Yeah.
You're-
Thank you. What a title. What a title.
Yeah, there you go, yeah.
All these bartenders are going to get headhunting me.
Because you guys were discussing what you want to do for Blaze this year, hey?
Yeah, well,
Hospitality
that's
league.
the thing that we're talking about. Like, even just brainstorming, like, outside of my own life, I'm like looking into things, going like, oh, that would be pretty cool to try, and just try it on my Sunday and be like, maybe I'll bring that to the mix, really, because I was actually talking to my friend about the whole Blazing Swan experience, and I was like, oh, I wonder what else we want to do, right? And she was like, why don't you try doing this like Mexican cocktail? So it's basically beer, and then you put a bunch of like Tabasco and spices in it, essentially.
We're
And
trying
I
to find this. That
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
epic.
To be honest, the whole Mexican community, if I try to pronounce it, they're just gonna hate me. But we'll give it a go.
No, definitely give it a go.
We'll give it a
Spam
go.
the comments like you got it wrong. It's spelled this.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Don't make the love a drink.
I mean, give it a try. Though.
Okay, all right. Mexican
Alright,
you're
viewers.
not Mexican.
Here we go.
That's. Did everybody hit that? Don't worry. Don't worry about that. A michelada.
A michelada.
So
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think?
Put in the comments,
We have
Mexican
no idea.
community, if I said that well.
How do you spell it though? I know we found it.
There you go.
M-I-C-H.
Michelada.
Yeah. So
Michelada.
the cool thing about this Blaze is I've discovered this drink exists, and it's really fun. So yeah, look at that.
That looks deadly.
Yeah.
So what is it? It's beer and tequila.
No. It's beer with some spices. You
With
put some
spices.
Tabasco in it, but like I've been playing around with all kinds of spices. Some of them don't work. Don't put cumin in it.
Yeah,
Does not work.
Yeah, I
But,
can imagine
yeah.
that flavor.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very delicious actually, and especially when we're going into the desert. Yeah, you want a bit of spice and a bit of cooling effect, and I think it's going to be quite fun to bring this out.
That's
Yeah.
epic.
Yeah.
That's very epic. So then what else have you guys got planned? So like, because how far away is Blaze? It's
2 months.
2 months away, yeah.
Too soon.
Yeah. Yeah, way too soon.
Way too soon.
But then, so that's the theme for it, the cosmic coincidence.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
It's interesting to see what they come up with in terms of what the org's going to put out there.
Yeah.
Because neon, obviously, doing everything bright lights and neon, pretty straightforward. But cosmic coincidence can be interesting to see what they.
What's cosmic? What is? Can we look at the definition of
Just
cosmic?
going to assume aliens in space.
Yeah, that's it.
It's pretty cosmic.
I mean, it has to be big. It has to be grand. It's going to be cosmic. It has to be
Grand.
Yeah.
grande.
Grande.
And then with Blaze as well.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go, cosmic.
That's pretty cosmic.
Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah. Look at that.
Okay,
Whoa.
Oh,
famous
whoa.
acid, right?
Oh, don't show us.
Yeah, you said it. What is that? But with Blaze then, so have you guys got the same camping spot as last time?
The last time being that we were in the free camp section and we weren't
Yeah.
technically a camp.
So now that you're officially a camp, you're actually in the official camps.
Yes.
Yeah, sick.
We're in we asked for a location
Yep.
of a camp that's not coming back this year,
Mhm.
and we got it, which is awesome. It's amazing, but it is a big slot with some big shoes to fill. So
Yep.
I think once that kind of got announced, I was like, oh shit, this is real.
Yeah, it's happening.
It's kind of like we need to step up. We got some pretty well-known neighbours who have been doing this for a lot longer than we have. So
Yeah.
hopefully we can keep up with the big players. But I'm
Yeah, 'cause
confident.
Blaze has been around for like 15 years now.
Yeah.
Or something. It's been around for a
Been around for a
while.
while.
And then it's good though, like to be able to put the big boy shoes on and actually go give it a go. Like,
Yeah.
I reckon you guys will do really well.
Thank
like,
you. It's not going to be our only year as well. We
Yeah.
we have to kind of come to that conclusion. We've had this discussion. There are huge ambitions in the team. People putting in good ideas, and Bo especially has been the voice of reason for a few things and been like, okay, love that so much. However, let's think of realism and what we can do, and can we do it well rather than try and do too much and underachieve in those things. And
have you got
can
like a
scale.
5-year plan or anything, or a 3-year plan? Or
We got a plan to survive this one, and then
Yep,
we'll go the
that's
next two
fair.
after that.
yeah, that's very fair.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It might sound good, but we have no idea what we're doing.
That's the best way to do it.
Exactly.
Just go in and be like, fuck. All right,
Yeah.
let's make it happen.
We are
Somehow.
collabing with a few other camps to get some things done. So, the help we're getting from, especially Camp Loveliness, they're helping us out, and the House
They're
of
quite
Orb,
lovely, actually.
They're so lovely.
They're the loveliest camp.
and the Orb hopefully are helping us out with some parts of our stage. And then Louis, the president of the Blaze Org, is hopefully going to be doing us solid with some scaff that we need. And all these things come into place,
Yep.
then we're laughing.
Yeah.
So, really appreciating the support from everyone else to kind of get this done for us.
You might find, because you got the name GRaveYard with the RaveYard, you might be the last spot, and it's like at the end of the night / in the morning, people might just, because are you going to go
We'd be upset if they weren't there.
yeah, that's it, right? That's what I was thinking, but it could pull through really, really well with the name, because dark and light and the whole lot, but it's the GRaveYard, right?
Yeah.
It's the
Just
last
gotta-
place you go to.
Just go figure out who's going to be
Gremlins.
sober for that night.
The Gremlins.
Yeah.
The Gremlins.
Got some,
We're gonna have a great little activity where we're gonna see a crossover of Gremlins and Morning Risers, and it's gonna be just.
That's epic.
It's gonna be an absolute delight.
Yeah, and that's your camp. That's epic. It's not anyone else's camp. It's like the last camp that everyone goes to.
Yeah.
But then, so like, have you got like an itinerary or anything together yet? Or I mean, you didn't really want to release too much information, right?
No, we've got, and that's the thing, right? So we're not just wanting to do the music, like. Herding a bunch of DJs together is an absolute pain. Anyone
Yeah.
who's ever tried to do that knows
It's
that. And I
difficult.
can say that I'm a DJ, so we're absolute pain. But like, so getting that and Jackson's done super well to kind of get that lineup throughout a week-long event as well. Like, you're not talking about a night or a weekend. Like,
Yeah,
a week-long
it's a
event
lot of
is
DJs,
a
yeah.
lot of time. But then, we didn't just want to do that. So we're doing like workshops as well throughout. And trying to really engage with the community as well and get that like one-on-one, just sitting there talking to people and like having those conversations. And one of our bigger values is like trying to make everyone feel special, and every decision that we make, we're kind of guided by that as one of our values. So everything we're trying to put in there is to try and make you come into the camp and you feel like you're special just for that moment or whatever. So
that's epic. That's a good way to do it. It's a good ethos in a way. So
we'll try. But again, it's the first time we again have no idea what to expect. It's lofty goals and hopefully we can achieve. But I think with the team that we've got, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Well, you guys, as I said, you guys seem to have covered the bases in a way, right? But it just seems like you've got a solid plan. It's only 2 months away. It's going to be scary, but I reckon you'll be fine. I reckon it's going to work out really well.
There'll be some big nights and big days, get stuff done, and there'll be some stress. I'm sure there'll be some tension at points, but it's all great things to take a little bit of strain, but we'll be fine.
It just seems, because since it's like a whole week, it's a long time. And running the camp, setting up that camp, and then running it, and then packing it down, it's going to be the best thing ever. But you got to be able to I can't remember who it was. I think it was my brother. He was telling me that Major was just if you're watching Major, but running around when he was doing I can't remember what his role was. I think it was last year or the year before, but it's when they've given you a job or, you are the head of this or whatever it is. It's you can't really party too much.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's if you're running your camp, you got to make sure it's all running, but then you chill, relax, and then, there's someone else, right? And you got to do something fix this and fix that.
Well, that's what we learned in some of the other events, and even doing those other events, even though financially it may not have been successful, experience-wise, they were successful. So, having the rosters of people where each of us can still go out and enjoy the rest of we don't want everyone to be there just slogging away for the whole week and all that. It's you want to go there and have fun as well. So having entire days and that way you're off and enjoying yourself and having fun, that's a really big part of it. And we will be able to achieve that because we've somehow managed to wrangle a bunch of people into our crazy ideas. And
it's the best bit, right? It's hey, come with me. I've got something to show you.
This will be good, trust.
Yeah, it'll be good. Trust us. What about the setup? So how long would the setup take, do you reckon? Because if you're going to get there a couple of days early, right?
A week.
Or a week early, yeah. But do you reckon it would take 3 full days, potentially, with what plans you have for the build?
It kind of depends on when some elements of the stage arrive. There's 2 big things we need to rock up straight away, basically. And then when the scaffolding arrives, and if we get all of that early in our week, then getting that up and then getting decor running will run real smoothly. But if we don't get that until the last 3 or 4 days before Blaze starts, it's going to be 4 huge days of getting it together.
And then straight into it.
Yeah, fingers crossed. The plan is to have everything done so that the last day before Blaze might be tidying up the moop, putting up some last kind of lights or a bit of decor. It should be a cruisy one, tools down, everyone get a good night's sleep, be ready for the first day sort of thing. Don't want to be working till midnight or the poor Valhalla crew last year who were working through the night of the first day of being open, and then I think they didn't open until the Saturday and they were open for 3 days and then they closed again because just too late, not enough people, so don't want that. Hopefully we're...
But there's a good week of building there, I think.
Huge.
Even with all the people that we have, so hoping for better, but it's quite a bit. And then packing down after, that's always the hardest. That's when the gremlins in the crew come out. But we love that. Jacko loves that. I know. I love that. That's where it really comes down to the nitty gritty and
just trying to guide people. Be
just really punish yourself. That's what you really just.
See if you dig deep.
Yeah. So.
Because that's it. That's the thing I'm worried about. It's 7 days of continuous partying. I don't think I'd sleep. I'd try to, but I'd be just what's that though? Before I hit the hay, I got to go see what this is.
We have a camp. We have a camp mum and dad who are going to tell us off if we're awake for too long. Just blatantly go to bed. Yes, mum.
Yeah. You have been up for 22 hours. You need to sleep.
For 22 days.
No, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're running out of time. We've only got maybe 5, 10, 15 minutes left. But so it's only 2 months away. It sounds like you guys, you've got it all covered and it's all coming together and
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is, with ambition comes cost. So, hopefully this fundraiser goes well and you never know, some kind people might come out of the woodwork and give us a hand with donations of food or supplies or whatever, which we definitely use. But
will you guys be doing like a barbecue or like anything out there at all for Blaze?
We have actually just put into our agenda for those that are looking for some lunch on 2 of the days. Our sign, as much as we love the L wire, sometimes the batteries run out, and people would see Gravy Road instead of the GRaveYard.
That is epic.
And so now we're doing beef and gravy rolls as a little homage to that. So we are doing 2 little barbecues. But otherwise, we're not going to be doing too much food.
Everyone will be walking past the camp being like, Gravy Road, what is
beef rolls?
The batteries aside.
I'm going to hell go for a beef and gravy roll right now. That would like hit the spot.
GRaveYard after this?
Yeah.
Gravy Road.
Gravy Road. Send me the address.
No, very cool.
Hopefully you'll see us for many more years to come, and hopefully now that we're a bit more established and we've got more crew rather than just the 5 of us in the backyard, we'll see some more events coming next year. We'd like to be a bit more established in terms of fundraisers, not always just parties, some paint and sips as well, but hopefully you'll see us around a lot more and we'll be a bit more streamlined in a few of these things. But for a bunch of punters who are having a go, I think
it's great.
It's going to be something.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty proud of everyone so far. It's going to be quite the journey. Ask me again 2 weeks after Blaze, and I'm still scrubbing out dirt, the carpet.
It was worth it. It was worth it. Remember that time when we like saw the thing burn? Like,
You saw that? I was working.
No, that's epic though. It sounds like it's gonna be good.
Also, this is for you, by the way. This is one of our Ravens.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to ask about that.
It's going to be something we made for a few of the events. They're just a little. So we love our ravens, and we love when they're raving. So this is for you.
That is epic. I'm definitely hanging that up somewhere.
So thanks for having us.
No,
That's our
thank you.
first version of them.
Yeah, I got a bird.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I caught a crow before and I got told off. It's definitely a rape.
It's a rave.
This is a taxidermy, right?
But you know we haven't got crows here in WA, man. We're all genealogy.
That's epic, though. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure. So you'll see those around the camp this year.
So everyone say hi. It's the. What should we name it? We should name it something.
Randy the Raven.
Randy?
I was going to say Howard for some reason. I don't know. It's not a Howard name.
Alright, you stuffed up the naming thing. You were red hot earlier.
That's it.
Yeah, we were workshopping this. I was hot on my tail and then brought up Howard. Sorry, guys.
That's epic.
Sorry,
that's very cool. Thank you for that.
Thank you for having us.
So keep an eye out for them around Blaze. There's going to be little activities going on with them. So
and you can just check like the itinerary thing that they have. Like, is there?
There'll be an app this year.
An app.
Yeah,
okay.
so they're no longer doing the fun guide anymore because that kept changing like a week up before the event, so it was already printed. So they're doing a what the fun guide for general org stuff, and they got an app for all the camps, which will upload information about 2 weeks out with details of times and slots. And everyone that goes to Blaze can have that app, which they can use offline. So even if you haven't got service, because you probably won't, you can still use the app to see what's going on.
got maps. You can like lock in your timetable.
Let's move.
Yeah.
Get rid of that paper.
That's epic. That is very epic. And I can 100% say that. Where it's like, oh, what's this last video?
Just a little look through of the camp as well. I think it's
That's cool.
Beautiful.
I think it's the first day.
Fake grass, everything. Right.
There he is. Innkeeper.
What type of 8-inch speakers are those?
QSCs?
Yeah, I have 2 of those.
Insanely loud.
Yeah, they are the best thing ever.
Ridiculous.
So we throw house parties here as well, right?
Yeah.
And the cops rock
Thanks,
up to the
Angela.
front of the house, and they go like, "Where's the bass? Where's the sound?" And they come out and say, "Oh, there's the speakers." But the thing is, the neighbors can't do shit because they can't hear it from the front road. I'm not disturbing anyone, just disturbing the neighbor.
Fuck the neighbor.
Yeah.
Noisy neighbor.
No, we somehow like have run 50 to 100 people stages with
Look at those
just
mushroom
them
lights.
and
That's
like
everything I did
4
with family.
18-inch horns as subs, like insane subs, and just those as tops. And
Yeah.
it's still,
I know he's
I don't know.
listening.
But we've outgrown that now. I
Yeah.
think we're moving on, but it's still in the booth. They're quite nice. And
Like
did the job
those
then.
speakers, I stand by them. I take them to so many of my gigs, just one, because then instead of having like a big fallback 12-inch or something like that, it's just that I can localize everything around me because they don't travel. but they go so loud. So then when I go louder and louder and louder, then the bubble gets bigger. So it works better for DJing.
Yeah.
Just a little hot tip if anyone's listening.
Good. Well, they're going to be in the booth this year, so.
Yeah, sounds like you might be coming to GRaveYard.
Possibly.
Some hot tips.
The enthusiasm.
Yeah, I want to go to Blaze. I really want to go to Blaze. I haven't been to Blaze yet, and I've been wanting to for like ever since the start of this podcast.
No time present.
Yeah. I mean, like for anyone who wants to, though, like they really should consider it one day. Like,
Yeah, that's it.
Even just going out there for like one time. If it's not for you, then no. But it's really hard to explain the community and that's built around that.
There's no mobile reception at all out there, though, is there?
There's for the first couple of days of build when the crowds are small, there's a little bit, and then when the crowds get big, it overloads the mobile. And
Yeah.
you're gone.
Because I think Elon Musk is moving away from Starlink, portable Starlink.
Oh, so it's gonna get good.
Yeah, so hopefully if he moves away from portable Starlink, it's gonna be a better portable version. But trust me, I'm kind of like, I'll just say it. I don't give a shit. I'm just biding my time because if I can figure out a way to live stream at places like this, I'll take my whole entire show there.
Pick it up.
yeah,
let's go.
Pick up everything.
The only thing with that is they do get weird about if you're making money off things. It's like this is your business. Like, they get like
This
big
is all.
modification.
I don't make a single dollar.
Well,
out
I'm
of this.
just thinking how they might see it. 'Cause they closed a camp down last year that were seen to be making money that weren't for fundraisers.
Okay.
'Cause they just, I mean, I'm sure it could be done.
Yeah.
Definitely could be done. Like,
But
why
that's
wouldn't
it.
it
I'd have to talk and discuss and this and that. But it would be something I would love to do. To be able to walk around with the
Very
microphone
cool.
like, who are you? Hi. Like, nice to meet you.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, yeah.
Because it'd just be like a roaming interview. But it'd just be interviewing the coolest of the coolest people, right?
I would watch that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? You'll be on it. You're the coolest.
Yeah, that's it. I
Yeah,
definitely.
but I want to go watch it back later.
Yourself? You're like, yes, I'm pretty cool.
I have to say, like, one last thing is because, like, we did the Guinness World Record 2 years ago.
Yes.
And when we did that, and that was crazy. Perth actually broke the Guinness World Record for most
was on
DJs back to back. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I forgot to talk about that because I
That was
don't-
sick. That was
yeah.
incredible. Well, like the Perth community came together then, like phenomenal. It was such a small city, and like we were coming up against like Manchester, London, like
Yeah.
all these crazy cities, and yeah, Perth smashed it out of the park.
That's
and
it. We
did
got it. Now we're actually in 2015 Guinness Book of Records. We're in it. It literally says Perth broke the Guinness World Record for that, which is awesome.
You're gonna buy the book.
But it was just funny because I wanted to bring that towards like the whole thing of potentially taking to Blaze is like that day I interviewed 42 people and I lost my voice. Like completely lost my voice. I could not talk. I never had that happen before. But it's because it's so loud being like, hi, who are you? What's going on?
Yeah.
Like, straight up just microphone. Like, it was pretty full on. But yeah.
It could be done. It could be done.
can be done.
I mean, consent is a big thing out there as well. Being on
That's
video and
it.
stuff like that. But
Yeah.
you know, like
Well, you'd only turn it on for people that accept.
for sure,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you wouldn't just. I wouldn't just walk around and be like, "Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a naked person. Oh, don't look at that."
Be surprised.
So like, no, I consent.
It just starts running. I consent.
No, get away!
Nah, we got to wrap it up though. Thank you so
Well, thank you
much,
for having us,
guys.
mate.
Thank you,
Appreciate
thank
it.
Thanks for
But
Brett.
in the
What a
next couple of
pleasure.
years, I want to get you guys back on definitely, because then
Absolutely.
see what's happened and how it's built and how it's gotten better and better and better and bigger and bigger and bigger and more members and this and have fun with it. So
Absolutely.
Love to.
yeah, thank
Cheers,
you
boys.
guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All right, so next week, let's have a look. Who have we got? Ian DeMello. Ian, you're coming on. I forgot what you do, but you're coming on. He's a cool guy, trust me. All the guests that come on the podcast are very cool.
Well,
Ian, if you're
we can
watching,
tell.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. The
I
coolest.
hope you're watching, Ian.
Come on, Ian.
I know you do something important in this industry. Yeah. All right,
Awesome.
but we'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much to the people that watched. Thank you so much to the people that commented. And, this is just a little fun project in my garage. So it means the world when people get involved. So thank you.
Nice.
And thank you so much for this shit. This is awesome. This is my new favorite thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Howard.
Okay, we can do that.
We appreciate
all right, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for watching and catch ya.
it.
Bye.
See ya.
All right. Fuck yeah. What do you guys think?
I had a great time.
That was really
Loved
fun.
it.
Thank you.
I always recommend rewatch it because if you rewatch it, you've never